In a land far from bustling cities, there lay a desolate place, wrapped in mist and mystery. Trees loomed like ancient sentinels, guarding secrets hidden in the shadows. Our tale begins with a traveler, weary and lost, their shoes worn from endless wandering. Hope flickered like a dying ember in their eyes, for they had been stranded in this forsaken land. With each step, the traveler felt the weight of isolation pressing upon them, yearning for a sign of sanctuary. Just as despair threatened to consume them, a glimmer of salvation emerged through the trees. A small cottage stood, nestled amidst the gloom, its time-worn walls bearing witness to countless seasons. With cautious steps, the traveler approached, their knuckles rapping gently on the wooden door. It creaked open to reveal an old man, his eyes gleaming with warmth and kindness. He welcomed the traveler inside, offering respite from the encroaching night. Within the cottage, a fire crackled in the hearth, casting dancing shadows upon the walls. The traveler and the stranger shared tales of distant lands and forgotten times, their laughter mingling with the whispers of the wind outside. The stranger's hospitality eased the traveler's heart, and a sense of camaraderie blossomed between them. It was as if fate had guided them to this peculiar meeting, a glimmer of light in the traveler's dark night. As the hours waned and the sun dipped below the horizon, a subtle shift in the air sent shivers down the traveler's spine. Faint murmurs and elusive figures flitted at the edges of perception. Unease settled like a heavy fog, yet the traveler dismissed it as the tricks of an exhausted mind. They retired to a chamber, hoping for slumber to claim them, unaware of the malevolence that lurked just beyond their sight. In a forgotten corner of the cottage, concealed by worn tapestries, the traveler stumbled upon a hidden door. Within, a chamber adorned with cryptic symbols and arcane relics lay in eerie silence. A journal, its pages yellowed with age, revealed the truth. The stranger was no benevolent soul, but a spectral predator, seeking solace in the torment of the isolated. Dread gripped the traveler's heart as the realization took hold. With trembling hands and racing heart, the traveler knew escape was their only salvation. They moved like a ghost, navigating the labyrinthine halls, avoiding the creaking boards that betrayed their every step. Outside, the night air hung heavy with foreboding, the moon obscured by ominous clouds. Each breath felt like a whisper against the stillness, every heartbeat a thunderous drumming in their ears. They dared not make a sound, for fear of alerting the lurking malevolence. In their furtive flight, fate proved cruel. The stranger's presence materialized before them, a ghastly apparition of malice and hunger. The air grew frigid, and the room seemed to shrink, suffocating the traveler's hopes. The stranger's true form was unveiled, a grotesque specter with eyes that bore into the traveler's soul. There was no denying the evil that dwelled within. With adrenaline coursing through their veins, the traveler summoned every ounce of courage. They brandished whatever meager weapon lay at hand, their eyes fixed on the abomination before them. A battle of wills ensued, a dance of survival in the suffocating grip of malevolence. With every strike, with every evasive maneuver, the traveler fought to reclaim their stolen sanctuary. In a final desperate surge, the traveler seized an opportunity, exploiting a weakness in the malevolent entity's guard. With a burst of determination, they banished the fiend back to the shadows from whence it came. The room seemed to sigh in relief, the air no longer tainted by its malevolence. Victory was theirs, hard fought, and earned through grit and guile. As the first rays of dawn broke through the suffocating gloom, the traveler emerged from the cottage, scared but resolute. The cursed place lay behind them, a haunting memory etched into their very soul. They walked away, the weight of the encounter etched into every step. The desolate land seemed somehow less foreboding, for they carried with them the knowledge that even in the darkest moments, courage could prevail. The friends were buzzing with excitement, planning a camping trip beneath the open sky. They imagined roasting marshmallows and telling ghost stories around a crackling fire. Deep in a forest, their campsite awaited, a hidden gem far from the bustle of the city. As they arrived, the trees stood tall and imposing, their leaves rustling with secrets. The campsite was peaceful, but it was also isolated, far from any signs of civilization. The silence was heavy, broken only by the occasional chirping of crickets. As the sun dipped below the horizon, shadows grew long and the forest seemed to hold its breath. Odd noises echoed through the woods, making the friends exchange nervous glances. Every snap of a twig or hoot of an owl sent shivers down their spines. Then, emerging from the darkness, came a stranger. His eyes were hollow, like two endless pits, devoid of any warmth or humanity. His face bore a twisted grin that sent chills through the friends' bones. He moved without a sound, a specter in the night. From that moment, they knew they were not alone. The stranger lingered in the shadows, his presence felt but never quite seen. His vacant eyes followed their every move, an unrelenting gaze that left them paralyzed with fear. As the night wore on, the tension in the air thickened. Hushed whispers passed between the friends, their voices trembling. They debated whether to confront the stranger or flee into the unforgiving forest. Finally, courage and fear combined, and they approached the sinister figure. Questions tumbled from their lips, but the stranger remained silent, his vacant eyes fixed on theirs. It was as though he existed in a world all his own. Then, in a heartbeat, it all became clear. The stranger was not of their world, but a specter from the beyond, a soul forever lost in the woods. He sought something they could not understand, and his presence was a warning they ignored. With hearts pounding, they made their choice. They fled into the night, guided only by the pale light of the moon. The forest seemed alive, closing in around them, but they pushed forward, desperate to escape the hollow-eyed stranger. Dawn finally broke, casting a feeble light upon the campsite. The friends were shaken, forever changed by their encounter. They left the woods, but the memory of those hollow eyes lingered. A chilling reminder of the night they came face to face with the unknown. In a quiet forest, there were three friends, Sarah, Mark, and Alex. They loved to explore nature and decided to go on a hiking adventure. The sun smiled warmly, and the trees whispered secrets as they set off on their path, filled with excitement and curiosity. As they walked deeper into the forest, something curious caught their eyes. A hidden, overgrown trail leading to a forgotten village. The houses stood like silent sentinels, covered in vines and moss. It was a place that time had forgotten, and an eerie feeling hung in the air. A weathered sign told them a chilling tale. This village was said to be cursed. Stories echoed through generations of strange happenings and people vanishing without a trace. Some said a malevolent spirit haunted these forsaken streets, seeking retribution for a forgotten wrong. Their hearts raced as they explored further. Suddenly, from the shadows emerged a figure, cloaked in rags, with piercing eyes that glowed with an unnatural light. The stranger's voice was low and rough, carrying a warning that sent shivers down their spines. "Leave this place." The stranger's voice boomed, filled with urgency. His eyes bore into theirs, pleading for them to understand the peril they were in. "Darkness dwells here, and it hungers for souls. Go before it devours you too." Confusion and fear gripped the hikers. Should they heed the stranger's warning and flee, or should they stay and unravel the village's mysteries? The air grew heavy, and a sense of foreboding settled over them, making it hard to breathe. As night descended, the village transformed. Whispers echoed through the empty streets, and ghostly figures danced at the edge of their vision. Lights flickered, casting long, eerie shadows. The hikers huddled together, hearts pounding, unable to deny the unearthly presence. They knew they were at a crossroads. The choice weighed heavy on their hearts. To stay meant facing the unknown horrors, but to leave meant abandoning the puzzle that beckoned them. It was a decision that would shape their fate. The malevolent force grew stronger, its presence suffocating. Shadows moved with a sinister purpose, and icy fingers seemed to reach for them. There was no turning back. They were in a battle for their lives. In the heart of the village, a final desperate struggle ensued. The air crackled with energy as the hikers fought against the relentless force. Each heartbeat echoed like a drum, a testament to their will to survive. With the first light of dawn, the darkness receded, revealing a village unchanged by time. The hikers emerged, weary but alive. They carried with them the weight of an experience that would forever be etched in their souls. As they walked away, a lingering unease settled in their hearts. The village's mysteries remained unsolved, leaving a haunting question in their minds. They were forever bound by the encounter, knowing that some secrets were best left buried in the past.
Thank you for watching Whispering Tales TV. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join our community of fellow thrill seekers. Get ready for spine-tingling stories that will keep you up at night. Let the Whispering Tales begin.